Hello. In this video, I'll be talking about the effect of nutrition during and after pregnancy. During gestation, both the fetus and mother go through a wide array of physiological and anatomical changes during a pretty short period of time. The first trimester of pregnancy is an extremely vulnerable and critical time for the development of the fetus. Major organ systems begin developing at this time. In the first 4 weeks of the first trimester, the neural tube, which becomes the brain and the spine, starts to develop. The cardiovascular system, digestive system, and beginning components of the eyes and ears begin to form. By week 8, the circulatory, urinary, digestive, and nervous systems continue to develop. The eyes and nose and mouth are more distinct, and arms and legs can be seen. Bones also start to develop at this time. From weeks 9 to 12, external genital organs develop, and fingernails, toenails, and eyelids start to form. At this point, arms and legs are fully formed. It's also during this period that the larynx, or voice box, begins to form in the trachea. After major organ systems are formed, the second trimester is dedicated to fetal growth. The fetus begins to grow rapidly. At this point, the placenta is fully developed, and the fetus's eyes and ears gradually move to their respective locations on the head. Fingers and toes become less webbed, and the fetus starts developing reflexes. It also starts to go through phases of sleep and wakefulness. At this point, it can hear and feel certain stimuli, like voices. In the third trimester, the fetus continues to grow, and the lungs and kidneys continue to mature. By 38 to 40 weeks, they are completely developed. By the 36th week, the fetus's head may drop into the pelvic area to prepare for birth. At this point, the fetus is believed to be able to see and hear, although the brain is still developing. The nutritional requirements during pregnancy may depend on the stage of fetal growth. Traditionally, pregnancy is divided into 3 trimesters. However, because of the impact of nutrition on development in the 12 weeks after birth, it is sometimes referred to as the 4th trimester. There are many vitamins that are essential for a healthy pregnancy. However, in this video, I'll only be talking about iron, vitamin C, folate, vitamin A, zinc, and magnesium. Iron is an important metal that helps hemoglobin carry oxygen in the blood. During and after pregnancy, iron demand increases to support fetal growth. Red cell mass rises by 200 to 250 milliliters to transport oxygen to the fetus. Iron is needed to promote this increase. It is also especially important for neurodevelopment. Prenatal anemia can negatively affect brain development and myelination, as well as put the mother at risk for birth complications, fainting, breathing difficulties, and sleep issues. Postpartum anemia has been linked to cognitive deficits and motor delays in infants, as well as increased risk of postpartum depression in mothers. The recommended daily allowance of iron during pregnancy is 30 milligrams to prevent anemia. Good sources of iron include red meat, broccoli, beans, and spinach. Vitamin C is one essential vitamin needed for a healthy pregnancy and fetal development. It promotes bone growth by binding to nuclear receptors that regulate gene expression in bone-building cells called osteoblasts. It's also needed for collagen synthesis. Collagen is a protein that is a crucial component for cell and tissue membranes, giving it stability and elasticity. Getting the recommended amount of vitamin C can prevent premature rupture of the amniotic sac membrane and subsequently early labor. The recommended daily allowance of vitamin C during pregnancy is 80 milligrams. This amount can be acquired through supplements or fruits and vegetables in the diet. Foods rich in vitamin C include citrus fruits, kiwi, bell peppers, cruciferous vegetables, and strawberries. Folate, also known as folic acid or B9, is critical during the first trimester of pregnancy. It's involved with forming the neural tube, and folate deficiency has been linked to increased risk of neural tube defects like spina bifida. It's so important that in 1998, the Food and Drug Administration required all enriched grain products like pasta, bread, and cereal to be enriched with folic acid. It's also present in dark green leafy foods like spinach and broccoli, as well as fruits, eggs, beans, and peanuts. The recommended daily allowance of folate for all women of childbearing age is 400 micrograms. This is because by the time a woman finds out she is pregnant, folate deficiency may have already had a negative impact on development. The recommended daily allowance of folate for pregnant women is 600 micrograms a day. Vitamin A is another essential vitamin for fetal development. It binds to nuclear receptors to regulate gene expression and is needed for the differentiation of organs and tissues, especially the heart, lungs, and eyes. Vitamin A deficiency has been associated with an increased risk of vision problems, heart defects, and reduced lung function in infants, as well as night blindness and anemia in mothers. Many fruits and vegetables contain vitamin A, including leafy green vegetables like kale and spinach, carrots, sweet potatoes, pumpkins, tomatoes, bell peppers, and cantaloupe. The recommended daily allowance of vitamin A during pregnancy is 10,000 international units or 300 micrograms. However, excess vitamin A can have teratogenic effects by altering gene expression. This is why pregnant women and women who are trying to get pregnant are advised to stop taking retinoids like isotretinoin, acitretin, and tretinoin. Magnesium is another essential mineral needed for over 600 enzymatic reactions in the body, including protein synthesis, bone growth, neuromuscular activity, mitochondrial function, and immune system reactions. It binds to DNA to stabilize it and protect it from oxidation, which causes cellular damage. It's no wonder it plays a large role in fetal growth, and magnesium deficiency in gestation has been associated with stunted fetal growth and premature labor. Magnesium deficiency is believed to cause preterm labor by making the uterine muscles hyperexcitable. More interestingly, magnesium deficiency in the prenatal period may be linked to diseases later in life. Some studies have found a link between magnesium deficiency in the prenatal period and insulin resistance in adulthood. The recommended daily allowance of magnesium during pregnancy is 350 to 360 micrograms. Foods rich in magnesium include pumpkin seeds, spinach, almonds, and dark chocolate. Similar to iron, zinc is a metal used in the structure of many proteins to stabilize them. It is essential for functions including cell proliferation, DNA regulation, and protein synthesis. Zinc deficiency has been known to increase the risk of preterm labor, as well as interfere with cellular processes essential for fetal development like neuronal replication, cell migration, synaptogenesis, and gene expression. The recommended daily allowance of zinc during pregnancy is 11 to 15 milligrams. Most prenatal vitamins include zinc, but it's also present in foods like meat, eggs, dairy, and beans. Omega-3 fatty acids are another dietary component that can affect development. They are found in fish and certain types of seeds and nuts like flaxseed. Omega-3s get converted into docosahexaenoic acid, or DHA, in the body, which is used to myelinate neurons and support brain growth and development. Omega-3s may also reduce the risk of preterm labor by inhibiting the effects of specific inflammatory prostaglandins. Because the brain still develops after birth, breastfeeding mothers are advised to monitor their DHA intake to support infant brain development. The recommended daily allowance of DHA during pregnancy is 200 milligrams. However, it may be difficult for pregnant women to get this amount, as they are also advised against eating some types of seafood as they may contain toxic levels of mercury that can hinder fetal development. Luckily, DHA is included in most prenatal vitamins. In addition to nutrition, exercise during pregnancy can have a profound impact and reduce the risk of complications during pregnancy and labor. Birth is a strenuous activity that requires a huge amount of muscular, pulmonary, and cardiovascular effort. Exercise during pregnancy may lessen the physical strain birth can have on the body. Think of this as similar to training for a marathon. Training the body to prepare it for birth may make it easier and lessen the risk of complications. In fact, aerobic fitness has been linked to shorter labor times. Because of this, it is recommended that pregnant women get about 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week. The type of exercise can vary depending on fitness level pre-pregnancy. Some recommended activities include running, walking, swimming, biking, Pilates, and pelvic floor exercises. In addition to affecting infant development, nutrition in the postnatal period can also affect the mother's mental health. Postpartum depression is a condition characterized by poor mood, anxiety, difficulty sleeping, and loss of appetite. Several studies have linked nutritional deficiencies to an increased risk of postpartum depression. Omega-3 deficiency, as well as vitamin D and B deficiencies, have been linked to PPD. Deficiencies in trace minerals like iron, magnesium, and selenium have also been thought to contribute to PPD. Overall, it's important to meet nutritional requirements during pregnancy to support the health of the mother and baby. Certain vitamins and minerals are needed for fetal development, and it's important that pregnant women get adequate amounts to prevent birth defects and complications. Proper nutrition can also lower the risk of postpartum depression. Thank you for watching this video, and please feel free to look through my resources, as well as do some research of your own on the role of nutrition in pregnancy.